complaint to Fitchburg.
50-year-old Taylor Hill was arrested on Thursday. She was charged yesterday with reckless homicide and 6 counts of child abuse in the death of her adopted daughter, 15-year-old Erika Hill.
NBC 15's Amy Flugshopt has been reading through this disturbing criminal complaint and has a look at the horrific details here. Amy?
Since 2007, police in Gary, Indiana have been investigating who they called the Lake County Jane Doe. It wasn't until last month when Taylor Hill's daughter came forward that they were able to identify the body as Erika Hill. Court documents show Taylor's daughter started researching in May to see if her cousin's body had ever been found. She found this reconstructed picture of a girl online she thought might be Erika. She then reached out to police in Indiana. Court documents also revealed the physically abusive life they lived at their Fitchburg home. She said in February of 2007, she came home from work to find Erika on the bathroom floor unresponsive. Erika's body allegedly laid there for several days before the kids were forced to move it. She claims her mother pulled some of Erika's teeth to avoid dental identification. They then took the body to Chicago, where Taylor allegedly lit it on fire and left it under an overpass. According to a criminal complaint, a few days later, they returned and took the body to what was believed to be an abandoned garage in Gary, Indiana. Taylor's daughter said her mother made threats that if anyone said anything, they would be next. Erika's body was found later that month. The autopsy ruled the cause of death suffocation from a rag stuffed into her mouth.
Hello and welcome to Cryptoflifetales, Missing Persons. Today we are talking about the story of Erika Hill. Every 10 seconds in America, a child is being abused. And you will see in the story of Erika Hill that she was being abused by someone that she knew, someone she considered a sister. Close your eyes, my little one. Close your eyes and dream. You can be anyone you dream. You can go anywhere, do anything, be anyone. Just close your eyes and dream your dreams. And that is a poem by an anonymous source. And here's the story of Erika Hill. Erika Hill disappeared from her adopted mother's home, Marie Hill, aka Taylor Hill, in Madison, Wisconsin in 2007. Erika Hill's mother, who struggled with drug abuse, gave Erika to her grandmother almost immediately after birth in 1992. Erika lived with her grandmother, but when her grandmother died in 2001, Erika moved in with Taylor and her family and was subsequently adopted by Taylor. Erika's brother said he packed up his wife and 2 children and drove to Wisconsin to take custody of his sister. But at the time, the 9-year-old Erika did not want to live in the South and preferred to stay with her Aunt Taylor Hill, whom she considered a sister. Now, Erika's brother, who decided to remain anonymous, said that Taylor, when the grandmother passed away, that Taylor basically kidnapped Erika, so she did not officially adopt her. It is unknown if that's the truth or not, but that's what he says. So Erika, along with other children under Taylor's care, was beaten and tortured daily. Between 2000 and 2005, Taylor was under investigation for child abuse, and yet Erika remained in Taylor's home. Taylor's family harbored suspicions about Taylor's stability. Erika's brother said that Taylor had a past as a childhood victim of sexual, emotional, and physical abuse. She was always known as Crazy Aunt Marie. Now, Taylor was a chameleon in her community. She was able to fool neighbors, church members, the school district, and child protective services that she was a God-fearing and a caring woman. In reality, she could not have been further away from those characteristics. People who knew her believed her to be a kind-hearted person. Now, Erika's brother says that his Aunt Taylor impressed him as a religious woman with a great job teaching special education. Taylor was previously employed as a special education assistant or a substitute assistant with the Madison School District from 1998 until a leave of absence in October 2004. Now, Erika endured horrendous torture and abuse on a daily basis from Taylor. Erika Hill, Taylor's daughter, said that Taylor abused Erika the most because supposedly her mother, well, Taylor's mother, Erika's grandmother, loved Erika the most. There was an occasion when Taylor took Erika to the hospital after badly beating her. When the nurse asked Erika to remove her clothes, Taylor abruptly ended the visit because the nurse would have seen years of abuse and an investigation would have ensued. Erika was beaten and systematically starved for years, according to her adopted sister. Erika was beaten so badly that her skin color looked gray. It was becoming obvious that Erika's health was deteriorating. One evening, Taylor's daughter, Kiara, said that she and her sister were at work when their mother called and told them they needed to rush home due to a family emergency. Once they arrived home, Taylor told the girls to go into the bathroom. It was there that they found Erika's lifeless body. Now, Taylor kept Erika's body in the bathroom until the next day. She had her daughters help her move Erika to a downstairs area in the home where she attempted to remove all of Erika's teeth and hoped that the teenager would never be identified. The three ladies then loaded Erika's body in a van and traveled to an underpass in Chicago where they lit the body on fire and left it there. They all returned to Wisconsin, but Taylor's daughter said her mother wanted to go back and retrieve the body because she was concerned that an elderly person might stumble upon the remains and have a heart attack. A couple of days later, Taylor and her daughters went to Chicago, found Erika's body right where they left it, and took it to Gary, where they disposed of it in a random garage. If anyone asked about what happened to Erika, Taylor told her daughters to tell them that she went to live with a family member in Illinois. Taylor also threatened her daughters with harm if they ever told anyone what happened to Erika. Kiara never talked about what they did to Erika since dropping her body off in a garage. Now, when Erika's body was found in Gary, it had burns and more than 150 healing scars and injuries, and a claw stuffed in her mouth, and she also had broken teeth. In 2015, Kiara began looking into whether or not anyone ever discovered Erika's remains. She saw that a Jane Doe was found and wanted to make things right by contacting the police. In the fall of 2015, Taylor Hill was arrested and charged with first-degree reckless homicide and 6 charges of child abuse. Wanting to avoid a trial, Taylor pleaded guilty to lesser charges and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. In a tragic turn of events, just 2 years after Erika was murdered, Erika's mother passed away. Abuse of any kind is never acceptable. And in Erika's story, that rings so true. It's so sad that young Erika Hill lost her life at the age of 15 to someone who she trusted, someone who she believed loved her. What Taylor did to Erika, as well as her other adopted children, was evil and cruel. She bullied defenseless, innocent children who did nothing but try to love her, despite being tortured and abused. What a fake, empty individual who portrayed a false image of herself to the community she lived in. We live in a world where individuals have to step up and ask the hard questions, such as, why weren't their kids going to school? And why was Erika being held captive in the home? To have the amount of scars on her face and body that she had, she couldn't have been allowed to hang out with other teens, because I'm sure those teens would have asked Erika or told Erika, what Taylor's doing to you is not okay and you need to tell someone. Also, a person with Taylor's history, such as mental illness and prior abuse, shouldn't have been allowed to adopt Erika. Too many children are being placed with people who are not fit to properly care for children. Let's work to make the lives of foster and adopted children safe and nurturing. Thank you for watching.